How's everybody doing? What's going on?
Ready to see my delivery?
Huh?
Ready to see my delivery?
Yeah. What the hell is that?
2 little containers of queso. They didn't have a bag to put it in, so I had to grab one of my things out of my little supplies to put it in. I made a short about it. Are you kidding me? Like, it paid me $6. And then, DoorDash got to get its part. Like, really? I hope this is some good ass queso from Red Robin.
Yum.
I'm going to try it next time I go. This better be some good ass queso. This is it. What?
That's crazy.
And they said, well, we don't have no bag that small. So then they just hand them to me. So I had to create something to put it in.
How you not have a bag?
I mean, you really like this is what I'm like, hey, give me the sauce, man. I got something I can do.
In the words of my buddy, the dashing investor, really, dude,
Look,
really.
for it. I mean, come on. That's crazy, man.
That's funny.
That is
Sad, funny, crazy.
all rolled into one.
So I'm back at 70%.
Oh, good. Good.
I got triple stack. I remember when we got all you died when I got the double. Well, they added a triple. They added another one on top of it.
Oh, okay. Did you hit the button or you didn't have to make sure it's streaming on all?
Oh yeah, I made sure it's streaming on both.
Oh, okay. When does the hours show up? Like it takes a day or two or whatever on live?
No, you could look at it. No, you could go look at it now. Go to your analytics, and because I want to know that. Go to YouTube Studio, and it's going to be right there. It says late.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna drop this so-called delivery off. Then when I get back to the car, I can look at it properly. Don't know. Because I thought I looked at it right. Maybe I didn't, but it was like all zeros, nothing.
No, it should pop up right on you.
Wow, really? I'm delivering to a house that we're trying to get in touch with these people to see if they want to sell. This is fucking funny. This is fucking funny. This is fucking funny.
Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you. Jump down in the chat below. We can highlight comments and everything.
I hate when I do that shit. Get the fucking pause it. Send me a fucking garbage ass order. Hate that shit.
Yeah.
Ugh. All right, so I'm on. Down to 72% because of that.
I'm at 70 on the dot.
My completion rate is back up to 95.
Mine's at 99.
Nice.
But yeah, go to YouTube Studio when you get a chance.
Okay, yeah, I can do it now.
And then that main screen, it'll say latest published. and your live should be there.
Oh, yeah. I it's probably what you call them now because I did a short.
No, it'll be your top 3 will be on there. Your last 3 latest published.
Okay. I got latest creation. That was my short.
Do you have the actual YouTube Studio app?
No,
Okay, that's what I look off of. I look off of the YouTube Studio.
Okay, but I should be able to. Okay. Mm-mm-mm.
You should get the YouTube Studio app. It's all laid out right there.
It's better.
Yeah.
Okay, I go to live under content.
Yep.
It says like 0 views and 1 impression, 0 views.
Yeah,
That's not right.
no, that's just what it's been looked at after it was posted.
Okay. I know what's on here. That's I like looking at it on my desktop. It's just,
Yep, I am curious what you got. I got 10.1 hours.
Okay.
But that doesn't seem right because, again, we had like 8 or 9 people in here for a little while, and I think it does separate hours. I think like the people that are in there watching from your site count for your hours, and the people that are in from my site count for my hours. I don't think they all count up, even though, you know what I mean?
Right.
But the only way I'll know that is when I find out how many hours you got. If you got 10.1 right with me, then yeah, then it counts the same.
Okay. Yeah, I see coming on content, and then I go to live, but I can't. But you say that's after.
Yeah, hi Princess, how are you?
What's going on, Princess?
Yeah, that's after.
Okay. Wait.
I just know how to look at it through the YouTube Studio app because it just right there.
Okay. I'm going to download that. So
Hey guys. Yeah, I got an order for Rudy. I hear that, Princess. I'm tired of my damn self, but we're out here doing the thing.
Oh, she's tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, know how that is. Huh? That was a couple of days ago. I was freaking worn out.
I got a $6 5 mile, but it's going to be a little wait like it always is at this place. It's a little mom and pop Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
So this place always takes forever. But that's okay. I don't have long waits. So a couple of long waits won't bother me too bad.
Yeah, bound to happen.
Hopefully no one steals my car. It's parked out front. For whatever reason, I thought it was going to be quick.
Oh, you got the car running?
Yep.
Okay, let's see. Okay,
Thank you
think
so
that
much. Have a great day.
got it.
Oh, I understand that, Princess. I like working in the bad weather. That's just because the people in my area are scared of the bad weather. So all the better orders are at my fingertips when it's bad weather. I'd say probably about 20% of my people of the DoorDashers don't go out in my area when it's bad weather. So that's a whole 20% more better orders I get if they're not there. So
Okay, I do. Okay, I see it now. I got the YouTube Studio.
okay, and it linked up.
Yep,
All right, now when you go in there, it'll be the first thing to show. It'll be like the second one because you posted a short, but
yep. I see the second. Yeah, I see it now.
click into it.
Okay.
Now, what's it say for watch hours?
See, it doesn't. All it says. This. I don't know if you can see it. That's
Okay, then I go back to the main screen and I'll talk you through to a guaranteed way to find out.
okay. I'm back to the screen.
Go to analytics on the bottom,
Okay. Okay.
click on the real time,
Uh, real time. Real time. Where is real time?
it's under the overview tab up the top, but that's the first thing that pops up on me.
Okay. Okay. I'm under overview. Uh, okay. I see real time. Okay.
Click on that,
Okay.
click on 60 minutes.
Okay. 60 minutes. Okay.
Click on where it says join the dashing investor, and it's you'll see the thumbnail,
Okay.
and that's where it'll tell you your hours.
Okay. I got two of them now. Let me see. I got 7.7 watch hours.
Okay, so yeah, it counts for yours and mine are differently because I got
Got
10.1.
I got 76 views.
See, that's crazy because I got only 58 views.
Okay. Got you.
And
7.7.
what about the other one?
The other one, okay, is 7 views and 0.2 watch hours.
Okay, so yeah, it does. Yours count for your watch hours and mine's count for mine watch hours.
Got you.
But I still pretty good. You got 7.7, and you wouldn't have got that unless we hooked it up. So
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, can't be mad about, every little thing counts.
yeah, I was glad I got 10 hours.
Yeah, definitely. All right. What's your total right now?
Money wise, I have 102 with $6 on.
Okay. Yeah, it's funny. I just got a $6 too. I'm at 123. Yeah, and Chick-fil-A. It's crazy. Six
Got a lot
dollars
of chicken.
like 2 miles. Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, mine's 5 miles.
Freaking freaking like like the sixth Chick-fil-A today. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, it says we got 3 people in here, Princess. You just are the only one that's talking.
Yeah, leave a comment down below. Everybody that's here, say hey.
Hey, hey, hey. What are you gonna do? I have a question. Should I here's where I'm conflicted. Should I promote one of my DoorDash content videos or like ride-alongs, or should I promote, because really the watch hours are a wash. So you don't get counted for the watch hours.
Right.
Or should I promote me and Peyton Short?
Well, if you really want that to really be like a DoorDash channel, um, because that, like I said, that enters into entertainment, and so which one you really want your channel to be?
Well, I've always said like I wanted my niche to be something like traveling a DoorDash channel, obviously, but entertainment, like the ride-alongs, because I'm a funny dude. To to um to have the ride along, show how my day goes, and edit it out and shit, but it'd be fucking hilarious.
Right.
So like,
Well, if it was me, I would take my best long video, and do it with that one. But like again, you can test it. You can give the short $15,
yeah,
and give the other one $15, and just kind of test the water. That's the great thing about it. It's you
yeah.
can spend a little and do some testing. Hey Rob, so once you monetize, and you got to apply and everything, about how long it takes them to approve? They said within a month, so I'm guessing month tops. But like when you did it, how long did it take before they
And then
approved?
we also have a question about how can we put the StreamYard link up in the chat,
Yes. Let me go grab
because
this water while
all
he's
right,
answering that.
all right, we want to put the StreamYard link in the chat so people can jump on. I'll leave that highlighted for him. We appreciate y'all coming. We're getting up there in subscribers. I appreciate all of you guys. It means a lot to me. Wonder how long he's going to be in the store. But yeah, we want to put the link up so other dashers can come and jump in for a little while and stuff like that. So I'm trying to figure out where to do that. He said it'll take about a week to after you send everything into them.
Got you. So we know how to do the link now.
No, he hasn't. Okay. Paste the StreamYard link in your chat. Hit invite guest. I don't know how to type in the chat.
Yeah, it says post comment.
Does it? Because it doesn't show me anywhere to post a comment.
Let me see what happens if I do this. Yeah, that's it right there. Click the three dots.
Oh, okay.
Yep, look like you got it, John. Now you're gone, but
You there?
yep.
All right, I posted it. So now I
Okay.
know how to do that. Thank you.
I guess
Well, we
I was
both did it.
thinking when you were saying that, I guess I was thinking, I don't know, up in the somewhere else I was thinking. Okay, so you actually put it in the chat.
Yep. And I pinned it. So,
Gotcha.
well, actually, it says star comment. I don't know how to pin it. It just says star comment, Rob.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I have to go on my YouTube page, go to your 5, click to the right side of the link and hit pin.
Mm, gotcha.
I don't think it'll let me go in my own live.
What's up, gamer? How you feeling today? You out there already getting it? Are you getting ready to start?
Okay, I don't know where the 5 finger. Hey, gamer. I don't know where the 5 clicks he's talking about is. I'm still new to this bullshit. I'm
Yeah,
looking.
we'll figure it out. Get it all figured out. Oh, it's pouring down. Yeah, it was raining here earlier. Not really pouring down, but a little sprinkle earlier this morning, and it cleared. It's still cloudy here, but the rain has stopped the last 2 hours.
Yeah. It's starting to want to spit out rain, but I ain't having it.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it pinned.
Okay. You was
I
able to go
know.
on YouTube?
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, from here on out, if anybody wants to join in while they're dashing, the link is pinned to the top of the screen.
Yes, sir. Just click that link. Jump on in with us.
Oh, I forgot that one. My bad.
What, say what now?
You'll be out dashing tomorrow, Princess? Well, yeah, if you ever want to jump on, we'd like to see you. Like to work with you.
Definitely. Definitely.
Ed the Survivor, what's going on?
So,
Princess got a channel. Princess, you got a channel?
all right, so I'm on the investors right now. I want to see if you linked it. So it's showing on your channel right now. It's showing on both of you guys's. So I'm actually doing a target order right now too. It's crazy. So on here on StreamYard, when you look by where it says Mike Cam, um, you'll see where it says more and everything.
Yeah.
If you hit more, you're gonna see where it says comments or post a comment. That's how you can type back to the chat out there. So
Okay.
when you hit that, you're able to uh paste the link there and it'll show up so they can click it. Now, in order to pin it though, you got to go to the YouTube to pin it. So what I normally do is when I'm making the live stream, I'll create the live stream first, and then I'll copy the link to invite guests. I'll then go on to before the live starts. I'll go over to the YouTube, pin it there. Then I'll go back and then start the StreamYard. The only time I do it on StreamYard to post the link is when I forgot to do it ahead of time.
Yeah. Sounds good.
And then that's how you'll be able to chat too. You'll be able to chat to the regular people out there. How you're talking right now. Like let's say you're talking and Marshall's listening to you talk, but he's reading the chat. He can now post comments in the chat while they are there also at the same time.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty dope. I like that.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
I noticed though, like, yeah, I'm from VA, Ed. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Guys, if you wouldn't mind liking, subscribing to me, everybody on the stage right now, we'd appreciate it. Also, we're learning how to do this streaming stuff, so bear with us.
Oh yeah, you're all right. You know,
Oh,
day by
when I
day, you learn more. You start to mess with it more and start to figure out everything on how you want to use it. Because the best thing about it is this is how you want to use it. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
oh, and how you can do your reaction videos. You know how people do their reaction videos where you see them on the side and the video is sitting there? You do that on StreamYard. So what you do on StreamYard, right? Let's say you want to do a video like that. You can go and share your screen so you can bring in the other screen so it shows your face on one side and the video there. You do it pre-recorded, not as a live. You can do it as a live reaction, but you can do it pre-recorded, do your whole thing. You can add in whatever you want to add in there. Then once that's done, you can upload that into YouTube as your reaction videos. When you're like, well, let me go ahead and stop. Let's talk about that. You hit the pause when you don't want to do it live. That's how those people are doing those reaction videos. They're using their studio.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nice.
Oh, I got a funny one for you, investor. I'm a when I go live, when I go live later, I was watching a Lockup Raw episode,
Yeah.
and you have a twin.
Dude,
You have a no, and when you see the picture, you are gonna be rolling because that's part of my show today to bring that picture out. You gonna see it and you gonna be rolling. It is you got a for real twin. And check this out. This Lockup Raw I was watching was from like 2015 or something. So so yeah, it's crazy. I said, hold up, I had to rewind it, look at it again,
sure.
then rewind it again. I said, oh, so I took me a screenshot and I'm gonna use the screenshot up on my live today when we doing it. I'm gonna say, investor, here you go right here. I found you. What you doing in jail? What you doing in jail right here? You have a look. It's so scary. It's so scary on how much he looks like you. You gonna be like, hold up.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
this is not cool.
You gonna
Yeah.
drop it today?
Yeah. I'm going live today. I just got done. I'm gonna talk about a little bit of the Kendrick thing. I'm gonna play his verse on the I'm gonna play his verse. I'm gonna do a KRS-One 50-year hip hop thing in there. Play the KRS-One verse he just dropped. I'm gonna play another song, and then from that, I'm gonna talk about the Crumleys. The mom and the dad got 10 to 15 years in jail for their kid going and shooting stuff. Um, they got that. I'm gonna talk about should police officers should it be mandatory that they stay physically fit, and I'm gonna show an example of why I'm saying that. I'm gonna get into a little bit of that. I'm gonna get into the Australia going countrywide with the guarantee. So I'm gonna get into that. Get into a few more things. But yeah.
Okay. Definitely check it out. Definitely check
Yeah.
it out.
Oh, and I'm gonna talk about the revolutions.
Oh, did you, Ed?
I'm gonna talk about his video that he put up about it happened to my wife and I not too long ago where they said your account on DoorDash is held for review. Now, you know, he said they already sent them the money in that they owed him. So that's what they did to us. And that means that your account is not going to be under review anymore. That violation will go ahead and go away. But I just got a question though, because when he said it was a contactless delivery. Okay. He said it was a contactless delivery. And he said the person claimed they never got the food or anything. But then he said when he was in contact with DoorDash, DoorDash had him take a picture of where he left the food. My thing is, if it's a contactless leave at door, you have to take a picture before you can even complete the order. So the picture would already be there, and customer support would already say, "We see your picture at the door," and then nothing else would have happened, unless it was a metered door and the customer said leave it at the door, to where you don't have that picture, to where now the customer can say I didn't get my food and it looks bad on the driver. And he
Yeah.
said that he forgot to take a picture on his screenshot. He took the one that DoorDash asked him to do, so he don't have a picture of the one that he took even when they did it. So now DoorDash has a picture of empty of just a place with no bag of food there. So now they have to investigate it. So now he may not be out of hot water because of that. And I think how they're giving them the money back, that's what they paid him. That's what they did to us. They paid us, and then there was no more review, and there was no more violation there. But ours, ours was a leave it door still, so we still had the picture that we had to complete the delivery. The customer lied. So his thing that should have happened unless it was a metered door and the customer said, "Can you just leave it at the porch?" You see what I mean? That's
Right.
why when I do a ride along, I record me walking up to the door and getting the interaction with the person. That's how I do my ride alongs.
Right.
Then I send that in to DoorDash or whoever Uber Eats, or if they say, well, I'm like, look, I have it recorded for my protection, for my safety also, to let you guys see that, look, I did it. So that's
Yep.
one thing, people,
Yep.
if you are doing DoorDash or Uber Eats or any of these apps, if it's a metered door, I strongly suggest you guys just record yourself walking up to the door. You don't even have to have a YouTube channel or anything, but just record that walking up to the door. And then after a week, if there is no reports about that order, then you go ahead and remove that from your phone. You keep it for that week just in case on any app, just so they can see, oh, you did talk to a person, this, and this. So then when you go ahead and let them know, it's like, yeah, I talked to them. They were wearing this in front of the house. Bam. And also leave text messages to get the people to talk back to you on text, because
Yep.
that goes straight through the app. That goes straight through the app. Make them talk to you to start talking about the stuff, y'all.
Yep. Definitely. Even if they ain't signed up with the app, that's why it says contacting you through DoorDash. So even if they haven't signed up for that part of it, definitely cover your butt out there. That's
Yes, at all
what
times.
2 weeks ago. I just got a contract violation, and that was handed to me, and they still reported it. They didn't get the freaking food. I was like, really? You got
Yeah.
the nerve?
Yeah.
That's
You
crazy.
got that's when our parents would say, "You got some nerve. You
Yep.
got some nerve."
Yep. Yep. That's crazy. And John said he had one where him and the guy had a nice conversation, and then the guy went right and reported that he didn't get the food. That's crazy.
Yeah, that people do some crazy stuff. One lady got mad and complained about my wife saying because she didn't want no ice in one of her drinks, so my wife didn't put ice in there. Then she complained and said, "Call shit." She was texting, "Why did you put ice in my drink?" and all this stuff, but she made sure she didn't put no ice or nothing in, and the lady was still complaining. But the worst one that happened like a month before that was when the lady complained that her Sprite was flat. Like we supposed to drink the soda before we put it up to the fountain. You know what I mean? Like
To test it. This
to
don't have
test it
enough
for you.
feels to it. That's crazy.
That's crazy right there. And I was like, are you serious? And that's what really happened. And I was like, man, doing that and
Or
complaining about
nutty.
the soda flat, that's not part of my job to be, do you want me to taste your fries and your food too?
People are nutty out here, man. That's crazy. Yeah.
You going to elder?
Yeah, I just got an order. I actually made a short of it, man. I just got an order with 2 little small containers of queso. $6, the customer. My part was $6. Then DoorDash got to get their part. So I don't know what the grand total was the customer paid for, but man, for 2 little things of queso. I'm like, man, I hope them quesos are good from Red Robin. It's crazy, man. I actually just dropped a short on it. It's crazy. You DoorDash probably like $1 worth of sauce, queso, and you probably paid like $8 to deliver. It's
You know
crazy.
what? That happens all the time, man. I have to man, I got so many ride along videos up where there was one that I remember specifically. I went to 7-Eleven. I got one little bag of gummy bears. I had to go drop it off. The gummy bears cost like it was the Harrisbro gummy bears, so it cost like $2 and some change or whatever else it is. So for that order, I got paid $7 for that order going 1 mile. But that just lets you know that they spent for that little $2 and some change bag of gummy bears. They probably spent like $6, $7 total for a $2.50 bag of gummy bears.
That's crazy. Yeah, and the smoothies, man, all the time, man. I'll get paid like $8 on a smoothie. Then DoorDash got its part. Then they had to actually pay for the smoothie. It's crazy. For like one smoothie, they probably paid like freaking $16, $17 for a smoothie. It's crazy, man. Man. I can't see it. People,
I'm
man.
not doing that. We deliver that stuff all the time, and it's crazy that these people will literally one smoothie. Dash and Trader has a video where the person ordered a smoothie and they were almost 20 miles away.
That's crazy. Man. What was John put? What did he say? Put my glass on. Gives you access to a second camera. Oh, you see that, John? You see that, Rob? What John is asking?
John said what?
I highlighted. It's on the screen there.
Oh, I'm driving. I can't see it like that. I'm going through this little mountain thing.
He said, what's it mean when it says it gives you access to a second camera on StreamYard?
Hold up. Wait. Let me get through this zone so it's not so you're not choppy. I'm going through a choppy zone real quick.
Okay. And what's going on, Ed? Appreciate you coming and visiting us, man. Hanging out with us for a little bit.
Oh yeah. Hold on. All right. Now let me get through this zone right here. All right. What's he saying about a camera? What's he saying?
What's it mean when it says it gives you access to a second camera on StreamYard?
Oh, yeah, you can have like it's a full studio. So you can have multiple cameras. So you can have different camera angles. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you can have different cameras set up. So let's say like you're in a let's say you're in your house, and let's say you got a camera facing you this way. Let's say you want to add other cameras inside your room, and you can hit, well, let's go to camera 2, let's go to camera 3, and you can hit it, and then they'll go. Normally, when you have a team, someone is in charge of the camera views. Like if the person is interviewing somebody and they ask the person a question, the cameraman on who's doing in control of that will switch the camera. Now they're pointing directly at the person answering the question instead of showing them both and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
it's a full studio. It's a
Yeah.
full studio. It's a
That's
full
real
studio.
professional. Yeah. Oh yeah. I saw your video. I think you did it about a year ago, man. I like how you have the big logo in the back. You're sitting on the couch with the nice mic. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like how you did
Oh
that
yeah.
one.
I got a whole bunch of a lot of my interviews, are like that. And I tagged you guys in the interview playlist too. So you guys can see all of like there's tons, that's 14, that's 12. There's tons of interviews I have up there with my boy Rivs is a FAA pilot, drone pilot. Going about that. I got a buddy who's a world famous DJ who complains about the DoorDashers because they don't think he's gonna tip, but they don't know who he is and, and all this other stuff.
Okay. Okay.
I got him. My uncle Freddie is actually he actually let me interview him. My uncle Freddie is a reporter down here in California. He's also on the board of governors with the NAACP. He's the person that does their red carpet, shoots the film, and does all that stuff. So I got him on there. I got interviews with me interviewing the pro-life people at the Planned Parenthood. I got an interview up there as somebody getting out of jail for double murder and going straight to a gang funeral. I got
Oh,
yeah, I got interviews I got interviews with up there UDM, Tanner Markley, Nova Hustles, you guys, DoorDash Revolution, Grind City, Grinders, um, um, Counting Currency, Cordell,
yeah,
there's like 89 interviews up there.
okay. Yeah, you touched everybody.
Yeah, I got Sin City Deliveries. Richard did something crazy where he scammed one of his own subscribers, and the subscriber rented car and did everything to go out there to go and work and make money with him when the glitch was going on and see what was going on. Richard used the glitch, stood him up. He spent all the money. I interviewed the guy who got stood up by him.
Oh man.
Yeah, I interviewed the DoorDasher who got scammed by him. Full interview, the whole thing. Let us know everything. I asked all the questions. He was upset. He even went to the same places that Richard be saying he claimed that he make all the money at. He went to the same exact places. DoorDash wasn't working. He had to cut DoorDash off and sign into Uber Eats because DoorDash wasn't working. Richard knew he was gonna be out there. Richard was using the glitch, and he was like, "I'm not getting no orders." That's because he's using the glitch. You ain't gonna get none. He don't want you to make that money out here and go back. So Richard did that, and that dude Eric did the full interview, fully disclosed, and then that it was a whole lot of stuff with Sin City Deliveries, with him cheating and doing discords and taking people money and not giving them real information and all that stuff. So that was part of that. That was part of that interview. Also, I also interviewed Sin City Deliveries when he unveiled his whole pyramid scheme that he had on that he was using. I interviewed him on that, broke that down.
Crazy. That's crazy. Because he do pretty good out there. Right?
Yeah, he does. Now look, he does pretty good, yeah. But see, he has a paid Discord where people are still thinking that there's a glitch going on. He's taking people's money and telling them that he can teach them how to use the glitch and everything. And so he's making money off the Discord and all that other stuff. And yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
Are
Look,
you waiting for an order
Gig
person?
person. I got my interviews up there with Rideshare Rodeo, mine up there. My very first one with Pedro. That's up there. I touched on a lot of people in the gig space, man. A lot of them.
sound like everybody, man.
Well, that's the plan, and that's the plan and the goal. But see, some people, because like when I do my interviews, I do research. I'm just not gonna get up there without no research done and just talk to you. That's not what it is. So I do research. So like let's say I'm watching your channel and I see something that was done that was controversial. I'm gonna ask you about it. So a lot of people know that I'm gonna ask about everything I do research on, and some people don't want to talk about that stuff on camera, but they put it out in ride-alongs, so it don't make sense. So they avoid me sometimes because of the questions that I'm gonna ask.
Yeah.
But y'all got through it fine. You see, y'all got through it fine. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Y'all got through it fine. Both of y'all got through it fine.
Yeah. Well, we got to do phase one pretty fine. Yeah.
Nah, there ain't no phase 2 or none of that, man. Look, I'll tell you, the only way, I love it when you rub your hands like that. I love it when you rub your hands like that. The only way a phase 2 pops in is if let's say I'm watching one of your videos, neighbor come on out and she gets snotty with you and you curse her out or yell at her. I'm gonna put you on the hot seat. Why did he have to do that?
Right.
Don't nobody escape the hot seat, man. Look. I got attacked by 2 dogs and everything, man. They was laughing at me. I got bit by 1 dog 3 times on the same delivery.
Oh man. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, who was that here earlier? John that had been on the hot seat and
No, I don't think it was him. I think we got him. It was something Roy Delivery, but I don't know who it was.
Oh, you talking about Real Talk with Roy?
Yes, it was a different Roy.
oh
We
yeah,
got
different Roy.
Red like someone else, but yeah, I've had Real Talk with Roy come in here once.
Okay. Yeah, and yeah, that's
All right.
Robert.
I'm about to run in the store real quick. Y'all talk to my wife. I'm finna run in the store.
Okay.
Hold up. I'm finna put the camera on her. Y'all can talk to my wife real quick. I'm finna run in the store.
Hey, wifey,
Yes.
how's your day?
It's starting. So it's decent.
Yes, that's the beautiful
Not too
thing.
bad.
That's the beautiful thing being on the East Coast. You're just starting your day when our day's
Setting up a little bit.
wrapping up.
Yep.
Up a little bit.
Hey, Sheila.
Hey, what's going on, Sheila? How's your day going too?
We can see somebody's camera shy.
And I don't know if you heard me, Ed. I know everybody was talking. Yep. Hot facts is Robert Reese.
You guys are chopping up. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You sound good. Yep.
Okay. Oh, okay. How's your guys' day going?
Yep. Far.
One of us is having an amazing day, and the other one is having a good day.
It's not an amazing
Oh, okay.
day.
All right. Can't come.
I know you ain't talking $55 and you are having an amazing day. $55 order. Get the fuck out of here, investor.
But I'm just hitting like 130. I'm still gonna like barely hit my goal with that.
How the hell are you only $10 ahead of me and you had a $55 order?
Because you were up by like 20 before that. And then it just went back to those little
You guys
4 or
have-
5 orders, and you be getting $11, $12 orders.
What were you saying? What were you saying, Miss Hot Facts?
What was you saying, Miss Hot Facts, before John rudely interrupted you?
Because you guys are choppy right here. His service sucks. Sorry. It's coming in and out, scratch.
Tell him to get that better service in Metro PCS. Tell him to be professional.
He says it's part of T-Mobile, but I have T-Mobile and it's not like that.
I have T-Mobile too. It's that Metro PCS.
I don't have issues like that, so I don't know.
Because Metro PCS, Metro PCS is the poor version T-Mobile. Tell him to step it up.
That's what I tell him.
He the news and got a $20 phone bill service.
I told him, get better service. It sucks.
Metro PCS used to be just a California thing. I'm from California. And then it slowly came out everywhere. Like, I'm on the East Coast now, and it finally came out here like 5 years ago.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
You know what? I'm gonna put his ass in the hot seat. I'm gonna put his ass in the hot seat. Metro PCS.
Yeah, we finna put you in the hot seat, Rob. With that fake ass.
I was on episode number 2.
You about to be on.
I was on episode number 2.
You about to be on episode 33 for having Metro PCS.
Oh no, I'm on Metro is T-Mobile. We're on the exact same network.
Wifey says
we're on the exact same network. She has T-Mobile, I have Metro. I've been on Metro for a ton of years. Like we have the same towers as, like, it's the same thing as T-Mobile. I get T-Mobile Tuesdays and all that stuff too. Same exact thing.
Yeah, Metro. I know Metro because Metro PCS was a mom and pop cellular service when it came out in California. I remember it first came out in California.
Yep. And then once they start doing their thing, NBA, UFC, once they start getting involved and getting that money in there, they fully got the T-Mobile thing, and it just goes from there. And a lot of people don't understand. I got a Samsung phone, and they're like, oh, well, Metro this, Metro that, or these services. Yeah, I do everything on my phone through everything. The phone is great. You gotta know how to use your phone, and then you gotta know where you live. You might live in a bad reception area.
Yeah,
we got mountains, like some spots. It looks like it should be A-OK, and then you drive, and it's like the Bermuda Triangle. It disappears.
No, I get it.
Then we got the mountains.
I know the California mountains. Yeah, I'm very aware, and I know how cell service can be out there. Yeah, California is its own damn Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, I'm talking about OJ today too, because OJ passed today.
I didn't know that.
Yep, OJ passed today, 76. He died of cancer. He was fighting cancer pretty hard.
Honestly, I didn't know he died. I've been working all day. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it because you know now that he's passed away, you go hear everyone's true sentiments about the dude.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna talk about some OJ Simpson today to throw him in there, but I want to talk about the Revs thing because I gotta, because that's the only question. If it's a contactless delivery, you have to take a picture before you complete the delivery. No
Yeah,
matter what. It just lets me know that it was a metered door, and the customer said, "Well, can you just leave it on the chair or something like that?"
yeah,
To where there's no record of it being dropped off.
yeah. That'd be a good question. I mean, that's a good question. I mean, I agree. But it could have been one of those like, you know how that like sometimes because it screws it up, it'll say leave at door, but it won't be a leave at door actual order. It'll be hand it to me, but in the directions it
Yeah,
says leave at.
yeah, but even on those, you still take a picture of you like, well, what I do is I take a picture if they're meeting me outside and it's a leave it door, I take a picture, I let them know. I say, hey, let me get a quick shot of that so that just so that they know it was dropped off. And they say, okay, I take a picture with them holding, I take a picture with them holding the food. Oh, I don't let
Yeah.
that slide. Because I don't
Well,
like
because
taking pictures of the addresses, like, oh, yeah, that's the address, because there's no food in that picture. I don't like taking pictures of like just the house because there's no food in that. I have to get them holding it or something. Or even if they walk away, I'm going to take a picture when they're walking away. So the food's in their hand. So then, whatever app, it can say, well, is this you? Here's a picture that we got from the driver. Is this you holding it? And if they say, "Oh, motherfucker was smart," yes, smart.
no, I agree. But I don't think when it's a hand to me though, that it gives you the option to actually send the pic. Like you have to take the picture on your own. Like it doesn't. DoorDash doesn't prompt you to take the picture.
This is one thing I agree with Dashing Trader on. Now, look, Dashing Trader and I, we came in the exact same class as starting. Um, we started YouTube on our channels the exact same time, by separated by just a couple days. The rideshare hustler Dennis, he started that time too. We are all in the same group, the same class. One thing
Okay.
that I agree with both those guys is that I don't care what they say. If first of all, there is no rule that says you cannot video record you with your business going up to a door. Some people
Yeah.
say, well, the customers feel like that, that's imposing on them. I don't give a damn if that's what the customer thinks. When the police come with a body cam, it's like,
Absolutely, Sheila. It's a good way to do it, Sheila. Going on that caught him out. Um,
His phone didn't die or anything because he would have messaged me on his other phone to tell me that. So I'm not sure what happened to Dash Investor. But I appreciate you guys. If you guys wouldn't mind liking the live, subscribing, continue the chat down. Um, Hot Facts is having a little bit of an issue, obviously, with his service.
yeah, I'm about to go ahead and get up over here. Nah, man, I'm telling you, we got these zones. See, my wife don't know nothing about it. She thinks like a phone signal just to talk on the phone is the same when you're running a studio and everything. She doesn't understand the electronics or the none of that. That's none of that stuff.
Yeah.
We're on the same service, and she thinks that Metro is a different service than T-Mobile. We're on the exact same service. Same signals, same towers, same everything. But when we go through a bad spot, we go through a bad spot. But I'm gonna tell you this: the people. I don't care if the customers feel like we're imposing on them when we're walking up. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna record myself going up to the door and everything. And the craziest thing is, you see it happen with other gig tubers, and they do it. And when they start seeing me do it, actually filming the customers and stuff, people start making up weird stuff, trying to make my channel not grow. Look, he's filming people and talking to them. Oh, he's nice to people. He's doing this and that to try to look at people and stuff. All type of idiot stuff that comes out. Idiots believe it, and those same idiots that say that stuff, when it comes down to them getting in trouble because they don't have it recorded, I'm not the idiot then. And they are. You got to record that stuff because you never know what someone's going to say, man. I don't care what the customer feels. I don't want you recording me coming up to my door, but you got cameras all on the outside of your house with the Ring cam and everything. But then you'll go ahead and not give those videos over to support because it won't help me out. You know what I'm saying? So you
Yeah.
record that stuff. You got to record that stuff yourself.
Yeah.
You got to record that stuff yourself.
Well, because like I said, when I record, like not my lives, but like when I record like my ride-alongs and everything and have customers in, yeah, I normally, if they ain't down with it, I just go ahead and blur their ass out, but I keep them in it.
Yeah, keep them in it. Or when you're walking up, you're walking up, they don't see you yet, but you get their face, and just point the camera down like you're walking up, and it's showing your feet in the bag walking up.
Yeah.
Once you get that thing and do that, you're all the way good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because yeah, I'm not just gonna stick it in their face, obviously, but like I've had the hand-to-me's, or not hand-to-me's. I've had the leave at the door, but they came and got it, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta take a picture of this, and I can't tell you how many pictures I got with the customer holding their own damn order.
Yeah, and they cannot. And you know what? Those customers probably, because where it shows once it's done, if you actually order from this, is where drivers order from the apps that you deliver for. It helps out because when you drop the order off or they drop it off, it gives you a picture, of where they left it at. And
Yeah.
so I know they get pissed off when they're like, damn, he got me holding it. I was gonna try to get some free food. Well, busted your plan right now. Do you know how many how many contract violations we save ourselves from doing that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's the contract violations is a real thing. Like, and normally it doesn't really mean anything, but it can mean something. Like I said, generally it doesn't, but it can eventually mean something.
Yeah, but if you get like some of these people, I remember I saw a channel, I forgot who it was. He got a contract violation, and then he did a video. Now he doesn't do. This is where I agree with Pedro on this. If you're doing ride along, put your video up that same day. Don't do a ride along and then put it up like 2 days later and it's Wednesday and it says, oh, Monday's ride along. Because you'll watch people and we will watch people get a contract violation, right? And then the next video, oh, wow, I got another one. You're thinking they got them in the same day or like back-to-back days, but they're spreading it out, or it's contract violations from like a long time ago that they're trying to make content on.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, yeah, see, like that was the one thing I also said when I was going to create my content. Everything, whether it was ride-alongs or whether it was lives, whatever, I was going to keep it real 100. You weren't going to find weeks where like, that's why I show the dates when I make my money. That's
Right.
why I show the dates. Because, and I say in the video, I'm talking about like March 26th through April 2nd. And
Right.
that actually shows up in the thing. Like, because I've noticed some people using like previous weeks and saying they made that this week, or to even older footage of money they made.
Yes, that was a big problem, and the Rev and I were on the front lines of that because we're like, how are you going to try to tell people or teach people how to do it when we're looking at what's going on? There is no way in the world you did that, because we would like hit pause on the videos and see that order was like last week and this order is like in the week. So you're putting orders up from different times and then adding up the totals on there saying this is how much I made, but trying to make it still seem like it's realistic. Let me not go too high because no one will believe me. Let me try to keep it in arm's reach. And
Yeah.
that's bogus right there. That's bogus because you're all alive.
And yeah, gamer, there is a record in the text, but sometimes all they have to do, because the contract violations are just AI. So anytime
Right.
someone says they didn't get the customer order, it's automatically going to hit you a contract violation. And then it takes a person, once you dispute it, to take it
Right.
away.
John already know.
So yeah, but
John
as far,
already knows.
yeah. But as far as what people don't realize either, because I caught on to this early, when people watch like these videos that say accept all orders, pay attention to these people's videos quickly, because all these, first of all, everybody's accept all orders ride along videos are edited, obviously, unless it's a 6-hour video, they're all edited. And I've caught so many people doing ride-alongs that had different dates in their screenshots of their of the money they left the dates in, obviously, or the times don't jive. Like
The
they'll go
times
and
don't
order,
jive at all.
it'll be like 7:15, 7:30, 9 o'clock, 9:15, and then we'll go back to 8:30. And some of the times they're going backwards.
Let
So
me tell
like,
you what I learned from that, John. I came in like I'm about to show everything. I'm showing like I would do 3 ride-alongs in a day: morning shift, lunch shift, night shift. I would do it just like that, G. And while doing it like that, I'm showing each shift the total and how many orders in. It was consuming me so much to do that. I was like, it's burning me out because ain't nobody else doing it. And then everybody else that's not doing it, they gang up against you to be like, don't watch that because that's not what our narrative is. It's crazy how it works, man. That's why
Yeah.
I just do hot facts. I do hot facts. Whoever don't like hot facts don't like me. Whoever like me, and that's how I roll. Put it like this. My wife just hopped up here. I said, you guys talk to my wife. I don't never turn her on a camera unless it's my own, when I'm doing a live. She don't get up there and talk, and she be getting backlash like me.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
They be like, oh, she's with him. She must be loony.
You have a great day, man.
We know how
Thank-
women are, though. You got one, too.
Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do without mine. I've always said they drive you crazy, but you can't live without them. This type of thing.
Yeah. Nutso. Yep. Yep.
Now, I'm on a quick
Oh,
shopping.
she don't like that. This man talk. This whatever women say about men, their husbands. This is what men. This is what we all know. You guys are nuts. You guys are nuts. No, he's laughing. John is like, John said I got a daughter too. So now I'm getting it from both ends.
Yeah, I mean, I have a history of women who are crazy and daughters who I love to death that are crazy. Like, not crazy, but have mental. So I know. Trust me, it'd be a good day, and I get the heat for like the smallest thing. Me and my wife talk about that all the time.
Yeah, see, it's life.
But you know what? I wouldn't trade it in for the world.
Yeah, because then you'll end up like Eli or like Flex and these other people. You'll end up like them.
Yeah, I'd love to get to talking to a couple of them. I'm a type of person I'd like to feel people out for myself too.
Oh, exactly.
Like I'd love to because I've heard things about even before you about Eli and Flex. They have a reputation that precedes them.
Yeah, the reputation, I'll give it to you firsthand because I covered the whole lounge. I've been covering Flex for like 17 months now.
Have you?
And his channel. The channel went from like people just watching him ride to him trying to say, well, I want panels and stuff, and then bless you, not having no control to where anything goes and the worst stuff happen. I'm talking about Sambo characters and using any racial slur, period. Everything would happen.
That's crazy.
Everything. And he would say, well, I can't stop them from saying this and that. And then it went in, so people start getting blocked for no reason and all type of stuff. And now since he's gotten so many guideline strikes, that he's kind of trying to tone it down right now and try to go into a different direction. And now the other channel that took up for him that's doing that is Necro. He took all that stuff on with him.
Yeah, I've heard the name Necro, but I haven't come across. Honestly,
Yeah.
like I've like 5 people that I really follow really well on here, and he's not one of them.
Yeah. Well,
And
see, and the only reason why I know about everyone is because, I do news. So there's like throughout my day, like especially on my in my YouTube studio, it tells me what gig tubers put up these titles and everything. So I go check them out to see what they're talking about. So, I know about not everybody, but as much as there are people out there from the cargo vans to the food delivery to ride share to all the other stuff. I know pretty much who everybody is and what they do. But who I watch, I only watch like 10. I only watch 10 that I like to watch. Everything else, I'm just covering to see what's going on.
And that's awesome, gamer. You got a cash tip. That's what I'm talking about.
Tip alert! Tip alert!
That's right.
On my channel, we call those tip alerts. Whenever someone says tip alert, it's a cash tip.
We'll have to borrow that sometime. And see, another thing, which I don't blame, but I see the one thing that I've seen on YouTube is like people are on top of each other about like if they're stealing what they feel like is their thing, their idea.
Yeah, because like you're gonna hear that on YouTube, especially that's every community. And people got to understand when something is good, people are supposed to adopt it and do what they're supposed to do with it because it actually works. But you get people that just take things without knowing why someone's doing it, and when they try to put information out on it, it's completely whacked out and false.
Yeah, like I do agree with that. But I also am a big believer that you should be taking something and doing something to it that kind of makes it your own and doing it better.
For example, your short with the gas station prices. Did you see my short?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So I have a short with you doing the gas thing, saying, how much it was per gallon, and then watch how I did the short. Watch how I did the short.
Well, now that you tell me, I'll go watch it. Because it doesn't notify me. I have to actually go search it if somebody I guess collaborates or does a short with something of mine, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, it'll say the video. The video says what people do when it's the wrong gas price or something. It's something like that. But
I'll check it out.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, check it out. I might throw it on my live today.
Yeah, I'd like to see it. Yeah, I was crazy. It was because we had points off, and that's how we ended up getting it. And I'm telling you what, I miss those gas prices. I remember when gas prices used to be that low.
Please follow the instructions on the pin pad.
Yep. Late 90s, early 2000s.
Bonus cards have been accepted.
Well, I remember here in Virginia, we got as low as I remember when I was driving to like 111.
Damn. If you give 111 to the California drivers out here, they wouldn't care about driving all day. They're gonna fill up the gas tank with dirt with nothing and just go get it.
Please vote if
Yeah.
you have a voting card.
Well, yeah, because I know how real that California gas is. That shit's ridiculous. I
Oh,
think
when
mine's,
it was super high, it was like almost $8 a gallon when it was super high.
yeah. Yeah, I think it's ridiculous now here. And so I can't even imagine what it's like out there.
Did you see what they did to the he's like in Cambodia or something, or Vietnam or something, some little small village out there, and the guy found out on his farm, he found out how to make his own gasoline for his tractors. The government found out, and they went and took all his stuff from him, and now it's theirs because he figured out
Wow.
how to make his own gasoline.
Yeah, that sounds like the government anywhere. That sounds about like every government you've ever heard of. That's crazy. Right. That's crazy that he was able to do that. I'm not surprised that the government did that.
Yeah, and here's how they found out. They found out because some of the neighboring people that have their little farms and stuff, he was giving them gasoline because he made it. They went and told on him.
What?
Yeah, they told on him.
How are you going? You're benefiting from it, and then you're going to tell them, man.
Because they probably thought he was going to start charging them, but when they talked to him, he said he's doing it for his people right here, so that they can actually produce and make something.
Yeah. That guy should have had a better job. I guess he lived in a different country. Maybe.
Yeah, different country. Yes, Cambodia, like Vietnam, around there, in one of those little village areas. He made his own gasoline.
Holy shit! Sheila Jones said she did 2 catering orders this morning and made $76 off of them. That is awesome, Sheila.
Well, that's another thing, John. We used to see the ride-alongs, and the DoorDashers would tell people, hey, I made this much, and they'll put the totals up, but they didn't tell them that they're doing catering orders on Delivered That, Easy Cater, and all of that. And they're putting those numbers in. Or even when they get a catering order from DoorDash, they'll say, well, I just got back from doing this order, and look at what it paid out. And they'll show it, but it's really a catering order.
Yeah. Well, that's sucky for people to do. Yeah, that's why when it comes to YouTube and you're on a channel, 100% transparency is key. Because I will tell you this: nobody wants to see a DoorDasher killing it 24/7 all the time. They want to see what they're going through, the ups, the downs, and everything else. I mean, that's what people, when they watch this stuff, they want to see the normal stuff, not just the hits, not just the highlights. They want to see the lowlights too.
That's the whole thing. The lowlights. There was an episode where it was myself, TFT. He's a driver and has a channel, Revolution, and we were on the phone with 2 other people, and we were on the Revolutions live. We were all at the same time, got done with orders. We had a pause at the same time, and all got stuck by a train at the exact same time during the live stream.
Wow.
All of us. And we said, people, look, this happens all over the place. It ain't all just your app is on and you getting orders nonstop. Sometimes the orders will come sporadically, to where you got to understand the day is going like this. I got to take these orders because they're going like this. Some days they come in bunches to where you're like, okay, it's good, but every day is not the same. You'll have days to where you want to quit because you're like, man, today sucks, but don't quit. Don't quit. And you know, that's when you take orders you ain't supposed to take, just to see what'll happen after. You know what I mean?
Well, full disclosure, my first 2 years, I made decent money, but I had good days and bad days. It's not like it is now for me. For me now, it's a lot better. But full transparency, my first 2 years, there were plenty of days where I gave into that. Man, this day's just junk. Let me live to fight another day. And I'd call it a day. and start afresh the next day. But my market, I don't feel like it got better. I think I got a lot more experience in my area. I think I pay attention a lot more. I also think that there is something to say. I believe that if you are more consistently over hundreds of thousands of orders taking more than you're declining, I do think the algorithm reads that and recognizes that and sends them to the people accordingly. Because these programs, the DoorDash program is set with different markings, like different codes are set into it. And it says, from this rating to this rating, send to this group of people. From this rating to this rating, send to this group of people. Now, let's get big on it. For catering orders, let it be a this rating and this acceptance goes to this person. And then if they're not here, here's the second tier and the third tier, and so on and so forth.
Right.
You get better with the more reps you take into it, because those reps also go into the DoorDash algorithm.
Yeah, my wife is going through that now with the shopping orders. You know, because she's like, she would hate to go to the Stater Brothers, and I'd be like, no, go to the Stater Brothers, get them orders. She's getting them, and now she's seeing that when DoorDash will say like, you know, like 30 items, 40 items, 50 items, she's figuring out now when she's shopping for those, it's a whole bunch of multiples of the same thing. So that now it's not even a bad shop because it's a whole bunch of the same stuff. So now she's doing those and getting them done in about the same amount of time as the other ones and getting those higher pays. See, if you don't understand that, you'll just decline all those shopping orders, think you're going to be going to get a whole bunch of separate cat foods and all this other stuff. But they have it set up that it's more bundles. So the shopping can still get done in about the same time. So she's making that now.
I mean, you will get, like, I was on here with Investor last week. You will get the one, like I had one that was 43 items, and maybe 6 of them, like, it was 43 units. We'll talk Instacart talk right now. It was 43 units, but it was 38 items. So it was a pretty heavy shop, and I still got it done in no time. But what you're talking about is you'll have like 30 units, but 6 items.
Yes, exactly. And that's what she's been figuring out. Like, okay, because it'll say something like 2.5 miles to 3.8 miles for like $22, $23 and stuff like that. And then I'm comparing the DoorDash now because I always ask her, how many items is it? Because I know on Walmart Spark, if they say that it's 30 items on Walmart Spark, I'm looking at like $50 to $60 for the payout on that order. DoorDash, I'm seeing that whenever they have it, it's normally, if it's like 20 something items, it's gonna be in the realm of like 18 to $25. So I'm looking at the differences on the shopping there, but I do get what they're doing. Walmart is normally not like a bunch of bundles. It's like you're in there shopping. So I guess they say, well, you're not going from section to section like that. It's gonna be faster. So we'll minus out how much you get paid for that. I think that's what DoorDash is doing.
Yeah, DoorDash Shop and Pay for me is fire. Like, if I didn't have Shop and Pay, I'd probably be a little more miserable than what I am. But give me 1 second, y'all talk. I gotta go deliver this. It's raining.
Yeah, Investor, what you think about the Shop and Pays? There's a lot of people that say I don't like them, I hate them. So you got people that refuse to do alcohol deliveries, and you'll normally get alcohol on shopping orders too. So not only are they not doing the shopping orders, but then they're not even getting the alcohol orders. So they took out two chances of making money out from what they out there doing. What do you feel about the shopping orders?
They are terrible in my area. I turned it off. Yeah, I don't get any good shopping. I got to the point where I had to turn it off because it was killing my acceptance rate. So yeah, like what John gets in his area, I wish I was getting stuff like that. Yeah, it's terrible here, man. It's not worth it at all. Yeah.
Now, what about the alcohol deliveries where you are? You in a military town? How are the alcohol deliveries there?
That's funny. I mean, in my like 11 months, I've done like 2 alcohol deliveries. So I don't really get them, which is
Oh,
weird. I don't know why. I mean, we got a bunch of ABC stores here, which we call our, I don't know what they call liquor stores there, but we have ABC stores and plenty of convenience stores, but I've only done 2 of them. So I don't know why. What's up with that? I mean, I hear about
Hey,
all y'all
what
getting
did
all
you
these
hear about
alcohol
the?
deliveries.
What did you hear about the Walmart thing? The guy that the employee that killed the guy that the Walmart employee. Someone came in there. They were enemies. He was working, pulled out his gun, and shot him in the Fayetteville Walmart. I did it on my hot seat the other day.
Oh, I did. I had heard about it, but I don't know much about it. But I did hear about that.
That's crazy, man.
Yes, it is crazy, man. There's some crazy stuff be happening here, man.
How you carry a gun to work and have it on you at the register? I
Yep,
thought that normal places you got to have that clear backpack where they can see all the way in it. And you know what happened to, like, I know at the distribution centers and stuff, or even at regular places, like you got to walk through at least a walkthrough metal detector that can, like you can
yeah,
just carry your piece in Walmart on your waist at work.
yeah. It's crazy, man. I don't know
Not
how he got in.
not at my Walmart. My Walmart is strictly prohibits guns for employees. Obviously not customers, but for employees, they're strictly like absolutely no go.
Yeah, I guess if you really want to shoot somebody, you can get around it. So
Oh yeah, it's people going over getting off with all type of stuff. Oh, I forgot, investor. I'm gonna be talking about OJ also today because OJ passed away today.
yeah. I meant to mention that to you earlier. Yep, I
Yeah,
seen that like a couple hours ago.
I'm gonna talk about OJ because after he passed, this is where people go really tell you how they feel about him. You
Yep.
know, they really go do all that.
Yeah, it's
So,
gonna go crazy with that. Yep. So that should be pretty. That's gonna be wild.
but they said he was battling cancer bad. It's crazy how they were going to report so bad on him trying to get his trophies and awards back, but him going through all this cancer would be. I would have thought that they would have been putting this up there so they give whoever hates him like that a timeline, or a time frame. But they didn't
Yeah.
even do that. So that lets you know how the media works.
Yeah, I didn't even realize he was battling cancer. It
Me
was,
either. But I guarantee this. I guarantee his items are gonna make a gang of money. His signed items and everything gonna make a gang of money.
you know it. Oh, you know that. Man, I mean, he was a beast in the NFL. Yeah, now he's gone. Oh yeah.
What
And
if he
plus all
signed
the other
somebody
craziness.
autograph in the hospital before he passed? That autograph right there is gonna be worth all the money.
Yep, man. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. I'm gonna grab this order, guys.
See, go
Police
and get
doing their
his.
drive-throughs. Yeah, there they go right there. They would have came yesterday. They would have caught some.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Sheila. I'm waiting for that too. Sheila said everybody's waiting for that diary where he just puts in there that he did it, that he put back, so it wouldn't be found till after he's dead.
Yeah, you know what? And we don't know if it even exists, but if it does, that would be crazy. Because what if he really has something like that? But what if he's lying about it also? You know what I mean? Like all that stuff is all that stuff. If he writes something, before he dies. But what if he says, "Well, I know I'm gonna die. I'm still gonna lie and make them think this and that, so that they still don't know."
Well, the crazy thing is everybody who knows. Like, it's just, look, I'm gonna get into a controversial topic here. Usually we save this for the hot seat with you, but back when it happened, general public, the general public opinion was, hey, we got to get him off because of what happened to Rodney. And he was never going to get convicted. I don't care. Like, I'm 40 years old. I don't know how old you are, Rob.
Oh, I'm 41. Same era.
He was never getting convicted. After what happened to Rodney King, he was never getting convicted in a Los Angeles courthouse. They were too worried about another riot. And you fast forward 20 years, and they've done polls about it. 75% of the people that thought he was innocent back then now think he's guilty. And he probably is, but I've always said that I think his guilt came in a different way. I don't think OJ was physically doing much of anything himself. He had a lot of friends. He had a lot of people that like close, like what was his name? AJ Collins
AC.
or AC. Yeah. AC. I mean, AC, from the way they portray him in the news, the media, and even a little bit what OJ did, the guy idolized OJ and pretty much would have done anything for OJ. They had matching Broncos, for crying out loud. I mean, he looked up to OJ like probably a little too much. My big problem with OJ was you come out and you look at the Johnny Cochran came out and said it. Robert Shapiro came out and said it, and it was obviously was in that documentary or that 6-part series that came out on FX about the OJ trial. I forget what it was, but like, I wasn't a really big fan of OJ when he was like, I'm not black, I'm OJ. I wasn't a big fan of, before he had the jury go in his house, he had all the pictures of the white folk taken out of his house and had a lot of the pictures of his family put up. And it wasn't like that. So I'm not a big fan of OJ for whatever reason. Maybe he did it because endorsements, maybe he wanted to make more money. So be it. I get it. I just wasn't a big fan of OJ almost trying to portray himself out to be to not be what he was a black dude. Like, I grew up, like I said, I grew up in that type of neighborhood, and it's almost like turning your back on a community, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it comes across. Like, if you are to believe what everyone says, from his friends to documentaries to everything else, if you were to believe what some of that stuff is, he was OJ, and he went to a different beat of his own drummer, and he wasn't looking to stick up for the like, you know how you have the people now in the black community that have that name, that have that power, like LeBron James.
Well, like a Michael Jordan, you look at like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan didn't do none of that stuff or go do all the. He didn't do it. That's the type of that's what OJ and Michael Jordan. That's that same type of group. You know what I mean? It's me.
And I agree with the Michael thing too. I think that was crap. Just Michael never killed nobody, or allegedly killed nobody. So like,
it's allegedly. You got to think about his father and all the gambling stuff and all that other stuff. That's all speculation. All speculation.
That his gambling may have had something to do with. I understand. But OJ's is just more put out on Front Street because of everything. And then I thought OJ got screwed in Vegas, because if that would have been anyone else, he wouldn't have got nearly the time he did. There was a reason that they sentenced him to the exact time it had been since Nicole and Ron Goldman were killed. They made an example. They said,
we go get him. We go get him his time that he owe. Is what they were doing.
But OJ was dumb enough to put himself in that position. Look, if I get acquitted of murder, whether I did it or not, you're never gonna see my fat ass again. My ass is gonna be on such the low. And then he came out with all those videos of OJ selling oranges on the side of the highway. And like, OJ didn't help himself out one bit about, and that's his fault.
But they knew what would get him, though. You take the man Heisman. Look, out of all the football players out there, I don't care, you NFL, whatever, you take away their Heisman, they are going to go nuts. You can't take a brother Heisman. Look, and then they were selling like his memorabilia. He was like, hold up. They knew that would trigger him. They knew that would trigger him. Y'all want to get OJ? Y'all want to get OJ? Let's tell him we got all this stuff in a hotel room.
It was 100% a setup, and I know that, but I don't feel sorry for him because again, if I get acquitted of murder, whether I do it or not, you ain't gonna hear from me, see me, nothing, not know a thing.
I agree.
No, yeah,
be on the low.
Be living. I might have to ask them, hey, I know I ain't supposed to be on witness protection, but can y'all change my name and stuff and let me live in this camp?
Yeah. I mean, and look at Casey Anthony. Look, she ain't guilty as the day is long, but it took her about 17 years for you ever to hear her name, do an interview, or anything. She went into hiding for a decade and a half. Because guess what? She knew what she got away with, and I ain't even gonna say allegedly there. She knew what the hell she got away with, and she was thankful that her ass didn't go to jail, and you never saw her ass for 15 plus years.
Yeah. Yeah, and even without murder and stuff, right? Even without murder and all that. Remember Nancy Kerrigan, the figure skater, and Tanya Harding, the scandal with the pipe on the thing. After that whole thing was over, you didn't really hear much about, the guy or anything. They know our names. We got caught. We busted. I'm not even. That's not even murder. I can still come back out into the light. But it was like, I'm still gonna be in hiding. I don't want to be a part of this society anymore.
Tanya Harding didn't come out and talk about it until they did the 30 for 30 on it, and she finally sat down for it. And then Tanya Harding, I don't know if anyone watches The World's Dumbest Criminals and shit.
Yeah,
she's one of the people. She's one of the talkers on that show. So like,
is she?
Yeah, she's one of the talkers on that show.
Oh,
so like,
wow, that's hilarious.
Yeah, absolutely, because she was one of the world's dumbest criminals. And so like, it's funny.
Damn.
Yeah, funny.
But you said one of the voices. That's a voice, not a face being up there. That's still hiding.
No, her face is on there. No. She comes on the screen and talks about it. There's like 10 different people, like Danny Bonaducci, Nancy Kerrigan, or not Nancy,
Joey Bonaducci. Oh, I remember that dude.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people on there, but they're on screen. They just talk for a little seconds at a time for each stupid criminal.
Okay.
But yeah, like if I were OJ, I don't feel bad for him because he brought a lot of this on himself. Like, I mean, like my personal belief is I never thought OJ physically killed nobody, but I always thought that OJ had something to do with it, whether it was a buddy of his or whatever. Like, I think he was too smart to do it himself, and my personal opinion. But it's not my business. Guess what? At the end of the day, the justice system did what the justice system's supposed to do. Unfortunately, we had the Rodney King thing happen not too far before that. So I don't think anyone wanted him convicted outside of the families of the people who were murdered. The community, white and black, didn't want him convicted because they knew if he got convicted, hell was coming to LA again.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been a lot worse.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
So, like, what are your thoughts, Rob? You always ask me, what do you think? Think OJ did it or had something to do it, or you think he's completely innocent?
I think that it was a team thing on what I'm thinking about. I think it was a team, and I don't necessarily think that he himself was the actual person himself. I don't. Anyone with that stature is not going to be the person unless you're Ray Caruth hiding in the trunk. Unless you're Ray Caruth. That's the only, you're not going to be in that position, in that situation, to be the person that is doing it. That's why if it don't fit, you must have quit and all that stuff, Ken, because he was not the person physically to do it. And I kind of think that Kato Kaelin, man, look, I'm thinking Kato Kaelin and all these other people, there's too much money involved with that murder right there. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that some of the people that testified because they had a small part in it, and they testified so that they can stay clear. I think there was a bunch of puzzle pieces that were put together on how it ultimately happened, and it all came from the juices drip. It came from the juices drip.
And I agree with that. I agree. I think it all came from OJ's behest. I don't think he would, like, don't get me wrong. We know OJ did a lot of beating on Nicole. There's pictures. Cops went over there all the time. So it's not like OJ wasn't physically doing stuff. But I just think as far as a murder's involved, I don't think OJ was physically involved.
Yeah, and I don't, that was it was a dude and a woman. And unless you are really a trained person, I'm sorry. Like, if someone is going to try to kill me and my wife, or try to kill my wife, first of all, I feel my wife is strong enough to run and let me go ahead and get away, or if somebody catches her and I catch him in the act, we about to get down and get him. I don't think one person can go ahead and get the two people like that. Me personally, I would have had, unless he was trained and snuck up and did everything, because I would have had my wife run, call the police.
Yeah.
Run, call the police. He got knives and shit. Okay, we about to fight. You run, you get away.
No, yeah. I mean, that's true too. Go Forbag just said that he did say, and it was recorded, that in the early 90s, there was a recording that said that she said that that he would kill her one day. So I think that's what he said. What Go Forbag.
Yeah, but see, you gotta take that as, all right. How many times have we heard people? This is why OJ is gonna be on my hot seat today. See, how many times have you heard someone on TV, the internet, or personal experience or anything? People say, "Oh, I hate you. I want you to die." Oh, this and all that stuff. People say that stuff all the time. So just to bring that up doesn't necessarily see that's where a good defense attorney will go ahead and kind of squash that. People hear this stuff all the time. People get threatened to get their ass beat all the time. So many threats that none of them happen. So,
I can see where people connect the dots. Like I said, I like to look at things from everyone's point of view. I can see where people would connect the dots, because obviously Nicole took pictures of after OJ had gotten real violent with her, and the cops coming there, and his one cop buddy that has always done documentaries, I can't remember his name, but a light-skinned older gentleman, was a real good friend of OJ, but he also was a good friend of Nicole. And he witnessed right after this. So, like, it's not confused on who did that to Nicole. So, like, I can see where people would try to connect those dots. There is a jump from beating to killing. No, I'm talking about that now. Go for a bag. I'm talking about the pictures now. So I can see where people would take and be like, well, you see how bad the pictures look. I can see them doing it, which I think a lot of us could. Again, OJ didn't help himself out any, and I think OJ, you could convince me, because if there's two people, like I said, I don't think OJ did it physically himself, but I could be talked into that there was two people
and a guy took care of Ron Goldman, and OJ took care of Nicole. And I only say that because if you read the police reports, she was almost decapitated. One of her boobs, she was stabbed so much, was almost off. Like there was so much violence with her compared to Ron. Like I could be convinced that somebody else, like I don't know who OJ had with him, maybe took care of the guy, and OJ did took care of Nicole himself. It's a hot topic. The OJ thing is a hot topic.
Yeah, that's why it's gonna be on the hot seat today. And you know, it's crazy, man. People gotta think I kind of think this way, and I'm gonna say it today on my show. Like, what if OJ had the money and was just like, hey, you guys go take care of it? What if it was like that? You guys, you know, he said, here's the money. He found out who or what, and go take care of it. And there you go. You know, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Because of the mutilation that did go into her, he could easily tell, you know, tell whoever is going to do the hit, make it look nasty for me. Stuff like that. We see that
Yeah.
in movies and stuff all the time.
Definitely possibility.
No, I agree. Like, and yes, the LAPD did a horrible job. Look, I don't think they were going to convict him anyways. And I'm a California boy. I was in LA. I was outside of LA when all this happened. So I don't think, no matter how good or bad the LAPD did, they were just never going to convict him. Never. But they could have done a lot better job to at least make it so people could see, oh yeah, this was hometown cooking. He got off because of what happened a year earlier with Rodney King. But the LAPD did a piss poor job on that. But the LAPD is the most crooked police station or police department that has a history. They've been crooked since documented in the 40s.
Since forever. My aunt was the supervisor over at the 77th division, and that's off of Figueroa and stuff. All type of, I mean, it's crazy. The Rampart and everything. You know it's and then you know there's certain the LA County sheriff. If you got the sheriff in your town, you're in some of these cities that got the sheriff, man. The sheriff is the biggest gang, and they are so terrible at everything they do. Whenever they get a looks like a reasonable police chief, he don't last long at all. Whenever there's a decent mayor, the decent mayor don't last long at all because they want them all to go along with that corruption and that money train.
And that's true right there. Go for a Bag said that DNA was first introduced to this country in the O.J. Simpson case. So obviously DNA has grown so big and so much since then. Because back then, if I'm correct, all they knew with DNA when they took DNA is if it was what blood type. They didn't have like the chromosomes and everything. It was just blood type back then. Like this person has B blood, that person has A negative. There was no specific, like this can't be anyone else other than him type DNA until what, the early 2000s.
Right. And now it's crazy because they I had to give my DNA up, right? So check this out. One day, I was driving because we had left my brother's house, and I didn't want my wife to drive. It's when I first met her. She was drinking and she was asleep. I was like, nah, you're not gonna drive. So I'm driving the car, right? And I see there's a checkpoint, and you know, they're like, are you supposed to be driving? I was like, no, but I live right there. Why are you driving? This is my girlfriend here. You have too much to drink. I'm not letting her drive. I live right there. You know, told him where we came from. My brother's house, watching a Laker game and all this stuff, right? He was like, oh, where'd you just come from? Did all that stuff. Gave me a sobriety test and everything. I was clear, right? So he said, well, I'm gonna let you go, but I'm gonna give you a ticket because your license was suspended. Now I was in the process of fighting it on because it wasn't supposed to be. So I said, all right, I got my license taken care of and cleared, but in order to make it happen, I had to give my DNA. I had to pay $50 and give my DNA in order for them to. They already saw that I was telling the truth, but in order for it, and I wasn't trying to go to court to fight all this stuff and do all this other stuff. I had to give my DNA, pay $50, and now my DNA is permanently on file for the government as long as I'm alive.
Yeah, that's well,
Damn.
like, and hold on real quick, guys. If you guys like the live, subscribe, please. I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 800.
What if you get framed? What if you get framed?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what happened to me. I was 19 years old. I'm very transparent about my life. I worked with a girl who really liked me, but I kept telling her I'm not going to date. I don't date. Like, I don't want to be with anybody. And so I steered clear for her for a while, but she was a pretty girl. And so I ended up, you know what I'm saying, doing what you do. And she said, and right afterwards, after we were done, she said, does this mean we're together now? And I said, no, I told you. And then we went to like a library and we went to a Walmart after that. And then she dropped me off at home. She said, I got to go to the hospital. I got to go see my friend. She fell down some stairs and she's pregnant. Well, at 1 o'clock in the morning, I had 10 9mm in my face. The cops busted in my house and I had 10 cops, swear to God, in my room, 9mm all over me, waking me up out of bed. And I'm in handcuffs and they take me downstairs. I'm in handcuffs in my living room and I'm asking what's going on. And I got a CSI team in my living room and they're not telling me anything. And they still didn't tell me anything. I voluntarily, they said, hey, you're not under arrest. You're just being detained. They took the cuffs off me after they collected what they needed to. They said, hey, can you come down here? I said, I don't have a car right now. They said, we'll give you a ride and we'll bring you back home. Well, I went down there and the girl accused me of raping her and said that I took her keys and I wouldn't let her leave my house, and which was all false. But they took my DNA and they ran it, obviously. But I told them this is what happened. I said, yes, we slept together. Yes, this is what happened. Yes, yes, yes. Never lied to them. But they still took my DNA. And then I looked at him and I said, and this is why I give cops so much love. I was facing 45 years in prison. I was facing a rape charge and kidnapping and imprisonment charge. I told the detective, I said, do me a favor. We went to the library. We went to the Walmart. And then she dropped me off. Can you please go check there? And I didn't know our library had security footage. Walmart already has security footage. We were right next to each other. Basically, they put those pieces together, went to her with those videos and said, this isn't lining up. She admitted she lied. I pressed charges so she would have at least on her record that she lied on somebody, because that could ruin somebody's life.
I had a friend that had something similar happen, and just like you said, the store. He said that, look, we went into the grocery store, we were holding hands and everything. They went back and checked all that stuff. Come to find out, it was the girl's parents who did not like him, and they were the ones that was saying you got to do this, or we're gonna disown you, and like all this other stuff. So the parents made the daughter go and make up that stuff. The parents
Yeah.
did.
See, I don't even have any dislike for this girl. Like, she still lives to this day in my town. About a year later, she showed up at the same place I was, and she freaked out when she saw me and left, because I was with, at the time, my wife, and my wife wanted some heat with her because of the stupid situation that happened. But I have no ill will towards her. I just feel, because obviously she has some stuff going on up here that I don't know about, and I feel for that, especially since every one of my wives have had mental health issues. My daughters have mental health illness. Like, thankfully for me, I had a strong detective who did his job, and I was cleared. And
Right.
that's why you'll never hear me hating on my local police department, because my department is solid. They do their job, and you don't hear no craziness coming from my police department here in my town.
Yeah, my police department here, we got the sheriffs here, and they did a good deed with me. When my son passed away, um, I went nuts, man, and I I chased a car around the city trying to come get these dudes. Dude cut me off, chased the whole car full of dudes around the city. I was going nuts. I was I got into it. Well, I was trying to go nuts, and my brother and my dad and my cousin were trying to hold me down. I went into the Hulk strength. I was throwing dudes off me left and right and trying to just get away and stuff. I got free, got in the car, drove. My brother was following me and everything. I forced the guy to shake my hand and give me a hug at the gas station. I punked him in and giving me a hug at the gas station. That's how on one I was. Um, I drank a whole big old thing, a E&J, a big one, and I was just going nuts when my son died. I didn't have my explosion yet, and it happened that day. The police come to the house, and I'm in the back room, I'm going nuts. They come in. I don't know who called the police. Someone called, and the people from the church and everything was over. And I'm in the room. They come to the room, knock on the door. They want to talk to me, and that's all it took for me to tell them what I was going to do to them if they stepped foot in that room. I got into a full-out fight with 2 police officers. I'm talking about a full-out. I'm talking about a full-out fight with 2 police officers. And you know what they did? They took me to the hospital, not to jail. They could have took me to jail while I was going through all that and locked my ass up for assaulting police officers and all type of stuff. They took me to jail, told the nurses and everything what's going on, and they were like, oh, okay. They had me in a room, put blankets on me, had me in there by myself. One officer stayed for about 30 minutes before he left. He came in and checked on me and said, I'm just making sure you're okay, man. I'm sorry you're going through this right now and everything, and took me to the hospital and not to jail. So, I always, at least in this area, when I see him, it's always a high and things like that. So, you know what I mean? Because they could have took my ass to jail, G, and I could have been gone.
Yeah. 49ers said, sorry about your loss. Hot facts. I couldn't imagine what you went through. God bless you.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. My wife had her issue, and it's crazy. How hers hit was weird. It went on for a while, but going to sign the papers at the cemetery and things, she dang near broke the whole dashboard of the car. So I ain't never seen her that strong. My mom and dad was with us. My dad said, "Oh, my dad ain't never seen her that strong." He said,
You doing all right,
"Ooh."
investor?
Huh?
I said, you doing
What's
all right over
the
there?
address?
Say again?
I said, you doing all right over
What's the
there,
address?
investor? I saw you looking all
Oh,
mad
do I
like you
do?
had bad orders about 10 minutes ago.
No, it's all good. It's just my phone about to go dead again, man. And
Hey,
I don't know why it's not keeping me charged. So I'm missing
You
all
don't know
your
why it's not
conversation.
charging.
why don't you get a supercharger?
Yeah, I need to get something, man, because it's not holding on these lives. I got about 2% again. So it's gonna go out anytime.
You don't leave it plugged in.
Yeah. And it don't keep up. It's plugged in right now and it won't keep up.
You know what? You may have to get a new charger for your phone. A new, because sometimes I know I have to do that sometimes. I don't go buy the actual charger that comes in the box. I go buy the fast charging ones. You would see them at the 7-Elevens and stuff like that. When those wires start getting a little fried, it starts not to charge all the way. But then again, when you're doing the StreamYard also, if you have direct sun coming over, the heat will slow your phone from charging also.
That might be
On
what it
top of
is
that,
too.
Yeah, I got a fast lightning charger. It takes me from 0 to 100 in an hour and a half.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I need that.
It cost me $13. It's a little. It's not like a cheapie, but it's not an expensive one. It's somewhere in the middle.
Oh, see,
But
look at this one. See, now look at this one. We got a shopping order right now. 1225, 1.5 miles. We are from the Stater Brothers. We are I'll give a 0.7 miles away. So it's coming right back around to this spot here. How many
well, that's
items is it? Six items.
hell yeah.
Six
Jump
items
on
only.
there.
Not
That's
bad.
easy. That's easy money.
Yeah,
Just
most
dropped off
definitely.
this Sally order. Now, did they make you shop in Sally or did they have it already there? Oh wow! See, on Walmart Spark, Sally orders are already put inside the bags and stapled up. So DoorDash makes you shop at Sally's.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
crazy.
DoorDash makes you shop everywhere, but PetSmart here, and apparently today, it made me shop there too. I got. You want to hear some bullshit? I got a double. It was 4 orders. Shop and pay. 4 different orders. Shop and pay at PetSmart. I declined it. It was $42 for 40 miles. And then they sent me another one on top of that. 7 shop and pay at PetSmart. $67 for 62 items. And those first 4 were tied in with the other 3. I lost 11% in back-to-back orders, and they were shop and pay, not pick up and go.
Oh wow!
But I had to shop for 7 orders if I would have took it.
Wow! 7 orders? Damn!
7 orders, shop and pay.
Yeah, damn. That's nuts, right? You got to get tipped off for that. You got to get
Like,
tipped off for that one, majorly.
like, how is it even right to send somebody 7 orders at once that are all shop and pay?
You ain't supposed to do that at
Yeah,
all. The most orders I have ever picked up at one time was 5 at Chipotle.
I had
They had me
4
pick
at
up
Chipotle.
5 orders.
I had 4 at Chipotle, but 7 shop and pay. They weren't even already shopped, and I just pick them up. They were shop and pay.
Damn. That's crazy. That is crazy. How many items were there for all the people though? Do you remember?
It said for the first one it was for the first one it was 4 items for 15. The second one was like 6 for 12. The third one was like 2 for 7, and the fourth
Oh,
one was
you were
like,
shopping.
yeah,
Damn. Oh my
I was
goodness.
really shopping.
Damn. That's sad right there, man.
And I went from 75% to 69
Damn.
because they count them individually. Every one of those are
Yeah.
individual declines.
Yeah. All those decline. Yeah. And that's one thing I hated with Uber Eats when they tried to implement that and then they took that out. Drivers were getting mad at that.
Well, it's
You know, you're,
bullshit.
yeah, how you gonna make me? I'm declining all of them. No. The one in the middle, I would have took that one. You didn't have to add that other one on. You didn't have to add that one. I would have did that.
Yeah, but I fought so hard to get to 70%, and then got all the way to 75 for it to take me right back down to 69.
Damn.
What time?
Where you at now? What's your percentage at now?
Now I got it back up to 72.
Okay. Yeah, we're at 80. We're at 86 right now.
I
See,
beat.
my DoorDash, whenever I do DoorDash, I only get time to schedule because of now the drivers around here, they watch my channel. So this is the high AR zone. But the drivers here are getting it in. So when I schedule, it's normally you'll say like 1:30 a.m. to like 2 a.m. You might get like 11:30 at night to maybe 12:30. You might get those. You might just get those. Those are so I pretty much just like I will only use my DoorDash if I see that I can go ahead and get it in. As
Yeah.
long as we can get in all the way on hers, then we're all the way good.
So is your wife's DoorDash? Then would you say your wife's DoorDash account is better than yours because she is a top dasher and you have to
Yeah,
schedule it?
because my ratings and everything is there. So when I do sign on, I get orders. But I have to try to, and then the next schedule is not going to be for a long time. So her account is way better because she's getting the large orders. We're taking those over to the distribution center. She gets those. She gets a lot of shopping orders, and she's a regular top dasher. So she has the full out spectrum going on. You see what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I ain't gonna
Um,
be trying to go out there and get a headache for no reason when we got we got all the doors open right there.
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I'm thinking about. I mean, I know I have a DoorDash channel, but I'm thinking about trying to hop back on the Spark for like a couple days just to see what Spark, because Spark is good in my area. It
Right,
generally is. I don't do it because I've had 5 back surgeries and I've had a foot surgery and I've had a lot of experience with 5 and 6 cases of water going up 3 flights of stairs. And doing that for a day will make me barely be able to move.
right. Well, you can
But
you can throw it up on this channel here. You don't got to make
yeah,
another channel for it. You can throw it up on this one.
yeah, I know that. But I thought about doing a Spark video just to show, because obviously everybody knows my DoorDash. They know money I bring in generally, stuff like that. But sometimes it's good to throw in a little bit of variety, so to speak.
Yeah, I have a Spark playlist. I got like 40 something Spark videos on the playlist. So someone want to go ahead and look at Spark, go right to the playlist there and go ahead and get it in. I even got a video up there with Spark. 4th of July, I'm walking around the whole store giving high fives to employees and shoppers in the store. It's hilarious. And
I saw that actually. I did see that.
yeah, I got their I got all the store managers on my camera when I'm in there shooting. It's I like the Walmart. I got Walmart in there. Um, my wife has Shipt, but she's never done a Shipt order.
See, we don't have a lot of that stuff here. See, that's like we don't have curry, we don't have Shipt, we don't have roti, we don't have deliver that, we don't have none of that.
Oh wow. Now on deliver that, do you guys have Easy Cater?
No, the only Easy Cater we see is what comes through DoorDash, but there's not an actual Easy Cater. We don't have the actual Easy Cater in my area.
All right, yeah, because see, Easy Cater is the parent company of Deliver That and Delivered.
Yeah, we don't
So
have.
yeah, that's crazy.
But I'm actually glad, under full transparency, because I've watched enough people's channels that have done
Mm-hmm.
Deliver that have done Easy Cater. It's all tip share. Like Deliver That is tip share.
Yeah,
Like so you're generally getting like $30 a catering order, average. And
yeah,
on a
yeah.
DoorDash Easy Cater order, I'm getting $90.
Well, check this out on those apps too. What they do is the experienced drivers, they'll go ahead and accept all of these deliveries. They'll hold them for a certain amount of time to see if another one comes, then they'll release that one and go with the other one.
I've actually seen some people that like work in teams in their little town to get like 3 or 4 people in a clique, and like one person or 2 people will accept all of them, and then
If better ones come out, they'll release them to their friend or release them so their friends
Yes. Yes, they'll tell them, hey, I'm go on right now. I'm about to release it right now. When I release this, you pick it up for you. Go gig it. Just did a 2.9 mile Uber Eats for $27. Yeah, buddy, get it in.
Ed, the Survivor, is DoorDash worth? Yeah, it's worth in my area because I make, to be fully transparent, because that's what I am. If I'm working a slow week where I don't feel like working a lot, the minimum I make is 800, and that's working about 25 hours a week. If I want to step it up, I will make anywhere from 1,000 to 1,400, and that's anywhere from 35 to 40 hours a week. And I work Monday through Sunday. So for my area, my market, DoorDash is 100% worth it for me. Now, I've heard the horror stories about it not being worth it for other people in other areas. It just really depends on your market.
Right. And your
You got that?
markets, people, yeah, you really got to do research on your markets. I know people get tired of all of us, especially me being a news channel. I talk about that all the time. Your market. People just think, well, my market is this. Well, no, you really got to dissect your market. It's so much more that goes in. There's so many stores that do catering that you don't know about. You got to ask people in your area too. When you're out in public, be a people guy. What's your favorite place to eat out at? Don't let them know you're a driver. Have regular conversation and just ask people, where do they normally like to order from and eat out? Find a way to bring it up. You'll start to get answers like, holy crap. That's like the fifth person that says they go to this place and they order it.
I'm gonna give some people in here a tip that maybe you guys have never done, but this is what worked for me. I seen catering orders as a DoorDasher and other people picking up DoorDash orders that were catering orders, and I was in the large order program. I asked the businesses, "Hey, what time do you guys send these catering orders out? What time do you get them? What time are they released?" And they tell you what time, like when they are to hit DoorDash, because they get them. They also know what time they're going to be picked up. So if they say this has a pickup time of 11 o'clock, you know that order is going to hit you anywhere from 10:30 to 10:45. So make yourself available to not have an order between that 10:30 to 10:45 mark to see if you can get a catering order if you're on the large ordering program. It doesn't always work out, but ask these restaurants when some of these catering orders go out. Like, hey, Chipotle, generally, what time do your catering orders go out? And in my area, they told me between 10:45 when we open and 11:30.
Yep. Yep.
And it's building up a rapport with the restaurant to feel comfortable enough to be like, hey, it's curious, your catering orders, what time do they go out? And when they tell you that, backdate that on DoorDash by about a half hour. And that's about the
Yep.
time it's going to, because DoorDash gives you enough time to get the order, get there a little early, and pick it up on time. So if a
Yep.
place says if a place says an 11 o'clock, it's probably going to hit someone's phone around 10:30 to 10:45.
Yep. And then here's another tip, people. At some of these places that will have, it'll say catering in the window on one of their pictures on that says that they offer it. You build up a rapport with these places to then ask them, are you guys having trouble with getting these deliveries out? Some of these places will, you built a rapport, you could actually end up, they'll say, hey, we got this going on, and they'll pay you themselves to go drop it off and go do that. So people, you always think of some extra. You gotta know your market. Knowing your market is knowing the businesses.
What he was going to say was, is knowing the businesses to feel comfortable to ask, hey, if you ever don't want to go through DoorDash,
Here's my number. I'm available. I have one restaurant that I do in my town that's like that. It's only happened a couple times, but it's called Blue and Gray Barbecue. And if they have a DoorDash, if they have a catering order, they'll call me directly, and I'll just get some cash and send me on about my business. And they don't have to mess with Easy Cater or DoorDash. But I've done that with one place because I'm also a little. The bigger companies aren't going to do it, at least not in my area. It's the smaller companies that are going to do it. So, like, I do have the one mom and pop, and as I get to go to more and I see catering orders come out of there, that's when I'm like, hey, if this doesn't ever work out for you, here's my number, or here's my card. Like, print up a couple business cards with your name and number on it, make it look professional. Because you never know. You don't know if these restaurants, like your smaller ones, are having issues with the orders getting picked up or issues with the drivers maybe not doing to the degree that they're supposed to do it. So yeah, that's true. It's not going to work everywhere, but you don't know unless you ask. Your answer's always no if you don't ask. Worst they're going to tell you is no. Okay. It's not like they know your name to report you. At least your full name. Some of the places, I guess, do because they have the tablet, but some of the places don't. Like I said, I've been doing this since 2019, so I've learned a lot. 100%, 100%, boss. I mean, you don't know. And doing this job we do, sometimes we got to think outside the box to make a little bit more money. Like, it's all about making a little more money. And if we can do something to help that, then you should. That's my personal opinion about that. So how long has everybody else been door dashing in here that do DoorDash? Like months, years? I'm always interested to see how long people have been doing this. I've been doing it almost 5. This is my 5th year. Yeah, that's absolutely true. I do that too, Princess. And usually, if it's a 180 to 200, one of them is a catering order. It could be a 20 to 30 to $40 catering order. But if I make that much, because I only work 6 hours most, so one of those will be a catering order. But I haven't got a catering order in a little while. That kind of sucks. But I was getting there for about 2 months straight. I was getting probably about 6, 7 catering orders a week. $100% 49er. I always say, people ask, how do you make more money? Put yourself in your car. Understand your area. If your area isn't rocking with you, go to a neighboring town that has food. See if it works there. And that's awesome. Go gig it 3 years. Princess 2021. Yeah, see, I average about $24 to $25 an hour. Now, an hour. I also have bad hours where I average $10, $11 an hour. You got to take the ebbs and flows with this job. You're never going to have 100% great orders, slam dunk days. It's not going to happen. DoorDash isn't meant for that. It's meant to make money, but it's not meant to have $200 days every day you turn on. I think it's harder now than it was when I got into it because of there being a lot of drivers. For me, it was super easy.
You got to think. I started in August of 2019. Come on a journey with me. And I was doing it pretty good. And then we all remember what happened in March of 2020, COVID. And then that's when I got into the catering order program, was in COVID. So it was really easy because everybody else was staying off the app. Even drivers were staying off the app. I continued to work. So there was people who maybe were in the catering order program but weren't working. Maybe they didn't feel comfortable or safe. Maybe they were collecting those unemployment checks. But whatever the reason was, I got in the program and I haven't looked back since. So I think it was a lot easier for me because of COVID. Because a lot of drivers who were in the catering program were home collecting unemployment checks. And who could blame them? One, COVID was scary at first. Two, they were giving out a lot of money. And I was out here working. They needed someone to deliver the catering orders to. So that's where I came in. And my money has been like this ever since I got into the program. But I also live in a town that only has 30,000 people, that has a hospital that's as big as Virginia Tech College, and they do catering orders Monday through Friday. I have a lot of doctor's offices that do catering orders Monday through Friday, all hours of the day. So I have the benefit of that. I'm lucky. I have a very good market. Also, there's been a 3-year waiting list for DoorDash in my area. No new drivers have come in my area in 3 years, unless they were already a DoorDasher coming from somewhere else. But nobody in my area can set up a new account and I want a DoorDash in this area. And they haven't been able to do that for 3 years. Yeah, it's big in Northern Virginia. DoorDash, like I said, for me, you'll never hear me complain about DoorDash as a whole because it pays me really well. Do I think they can do better? 100%. Do I think they try to get over on us? 100%. But there's also the orders that a customer doesn't tip. Occasionally, DoorDash will take good care of you. It doesn't happen often, but like yesterday, I had an order, paid $10.75. It went 7 or 8 miles. All $10.75 of that was DoorDash pay. None of it was a tip. So DoorDash does occasionally come through for you. So that's why I look at it as a whole. If I complained about DoorDash on every individual situation, then yes, I could complain. I could complain a lot. But I'm a long game person. I think of the whole picture. That's why you'll also never hear me complain about waiting a long time for an order. Because say there's 3 orders I have in a day that I wait 7 minutes for, or 8 minutes for each order. It's a total of 24 to 30 minutes of wait time in your day. Well, I forgot about those 17 other orders that I walked in and walked out within 20 seconds, within 30 seconds, within a minute. So I think of the long term. I don't think of each individual one. Because if you do think about each individual one, you'll go crazy. Because guess what? My first year, that's what I did. And I went absolutely insane. Yeah. I actually have that happen a lot. And I'll give you a couple examples of how that happened. You know how you'll have somebody that won't put in the directions, hey, can you give me this type of sauce in the first screen? But when you hit on way to after you've taken the order and you're on your way to go deliver it, then on that screen it says, hey, pick me this up. But you're already in your car. I got a bad rating for that. I got a bad rating one time because I wouldn't leave it. I wouldn't leave it at the door because it was a hand to me. And I said, hey,
it's a hand to me. I can't take a picture of it because it's to leave it here. I need you to come get it so I can hand it to them because I don't want to screw my rating up, but because I inconvenience them from their home to come 5 feet to the door and pick it up from me, I got a bad rating. I've got some bad ratings for nothing, and it sucks, but it goes with the territory. That's a great idea, Princess. Oh, talk about that. I had someone give me a 1-star rating because I wouldn't pick them up a pack of cigarettes. Somebody was like, hey, I'll send you more money. I'll give you a bigger tip. And I'm like, dude, they sell cigarettes on this app. Just order through the app. And he gave me a bad rating. He actually gave me a 1-star rating 3 times. I've gotten his order 3 times, and every time he's given me a 1-star rating when I've told him no. So yeah, but that goes with the territory. So do the contract violations. Look, none of us like to get a contract violation. No one likes to pull up their ratings and see a 1 in red. It sucks. But DoorDash is so much easier to get rid of a contract violation now than it was in 2019, 2020, 2021. It was so hard. You couldn't get rid of one then. You'd have to do your 100 deliveries to get it to drop off. It is super easy now to get a contract violation removed as long as you did your job. Absolutely, Princess. So do I. And 49er. I'll give you a little peek into my brain. If I'm on a very light bill week, okay, say there's a bill week that it's not my major bills, I have a goal of 125 to 150, same as yours. If it's a light week and say I get a catering order, I've made money. I've made $180 by 11 o'clock and went out at 7 and 4 hours and called it a day. Said, I'm gonna have other days where I'm gonna have to work longer. Let me conserve my body, but also let me conserve my gas, conserve my miles. So there are days where I make $180, $200 in 4 hours. I will call it a day quickly. One day I got a catering order. It paid me. It was my biggest one ever. My first order of the day paid me $160 Sunday morning. I picked the order up at 7:15, delivered it at 7:40, was back in bed by 8 o'clock in the morning. Now, I would have never done that on a big bill week, but on a slow one, yeah. Messaging my wife. Love my wife. But yeah, like that's some of the. But I'll give you guys a question. I'm gonna ask you guys one. Right there. And I want to see what you guys say since I got some dashers in here. And then I'll tell you the craziest thing I've seen. Or actually, I'll tell you the craziest thing I've seen. I had a lady, literally, ordered DoorDash. I went to her house, knocked on the door. She opened the door, butt naked, closed the door, came out with a blanket wrapped around her, said, "Thank you," and closed the door. Yeah, that's really cool, 49er. You'll get those. You'll get those from time to time. And it always feels good when it happens. But I get what you're saying because you're like, it's from an older person. And our thought is they need it more than I do. Sometimes that's the case, sometimes it's not, but it feels good to get a bigger tip regardless. And if some of you guys aren't subscribed to me, if you wouldn't mind, it would help me out tremendously. I have 8 people in here. Thank you guys so much for being here. And we're going to do, like, starting tomorrow, if you guys are door dashing at the same time we do, we're going to have a link posted at the top that you can jump in and dash with us while you're dashing. Have like a little competition, or have a little, hey, let's help each crew, give us motivation for each other, stuff like that. That would be pretty cool too. My daughter is about to get out of school. Yeah. Yeah. My wife has had that happen a couple times with the men. She doesn't DoorDash anymore, but she used to. She used to say, what is up with men just coming out, answering the door with their willy whacker hanging? I always find it funny when she says that too. Oh, okay, princess. Well, that's a little different. There is a reason for it. What's the reason for the 40-year-old grown man who just does it because he can? You know what I mean? Or the 40-year-old woman who does it just because she can. Like, hey, thank you, 49er. Yes, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. But I like this, how you can put the questions up. I think that's pretty cool. Like, I preloaded that question too. Like, how many hours a week do you work? I think it's more interaction with your audience, with your community, the better. Like, because at the end of the day, we're all trying to grow our communities who are on here that are content creators, and connecting with your community, interaction with your community is key. I will be probably one of the only content creators that are on here that will bring up anybody on a live to dash with me. Not a lot of people will do that. A lot of them think they're too good, to be honest with you. But I'll do it because it's about getting to know each other. It's about a connection. It's about doing something that no one else does. There's multiple reasons why I am going to do that. Because you might see somebody do it once in a while just for another, but I do it day in and day out. Now, I do need to take a day or two off of doing it so I can actually create some content, like ride-along content, because I can't do that and be on live. So I do need to find 1 or 2 days a week. 80 hours a week? Yeah. I remember those days. I used to do those a lot, and I'm not going to lie to you, I hated every minute of it. I've managed to find a sweet spot where I don't have to. But yeah, I get it. I used to do that a lot. That's true too. And my baby is here. You want to pop in your head and say hi?
Hi.
That is my baby. Guys, let me show you something. I want to show you something of my daughter. I think it's pretty cool that you can do it on here.
Hey Dad, why haven't you made content in a while?
Because YouTube isn't easy. It's hard to get people to like and subscribe to you.
You always tell me not to give up. I think you can do this, Dad.
Yeah, but YouTube is a lot different. To get people to consistently like and subscribe to your videos is really hard.
That's probably a good thing, Dad, because I heard the DoorDash revolution was about to kick your...
Ain't no one kicking nothing. Hell no. Get in the car. We about to make some content. DoorDash revolution ain't kicking my ass.
But me and my daughter do a lot of those shorts, and those shorts that I've showed you throughout the day, get tens of thousands of views. We did have one that has been a clunker so far. Not really sure why. It's the only bad one we've had. But I love my daughter. I want her to be a part of my channel. She is the main part of my life. And yeah, I want to bring her to you. She gives me so much joy. I love her a lot. Yeah, I understand. Trust me. 100% understand, Princess. Like, if I wasn't making the money that I was making in the burst that I was doing, I would be right. And if it ever stops and I have to go work back out 80 hours a week, then yeah, I will. I just didn't like it. And I'm glad for now that I've consistently found a spot that I'm okay. And everyone's situations are different too. Like everybody's means of the money they need are different than everybody's. Like a college kid isn't going to need as much money as a mom or a dad as myself. A single person with one kid maybe ain't going to need as much money as the married person that has a mortgage and multiple kids. It's all just about how much you need for your situation. I'm not opposed to, once again, at some point having to hit that many hours a week. I just hope I never have to. And that's again why I'm so thankful for my market. It's really good to me, and I'm thankful for that because not everybody has that, and I feel for the people who don't have that market because they're the ones out there taking more than they don't, trying to struggle to get their orders and stuff like that. So yeah, I get it, Princess. It sucks, but I've been there. And I hope that you at one point maybe your market can just blow up and you can make the money you need in maybe a couple hours less each day. Maybe you don't go from 80 to 40, but maybe 80 to 70, hopefully. But hell, some people just like money and want to have the money. And you never know when something's going to happen. Because I have a car fund. I make sure that I have money for that. Like, I've been pretty smart with the money I make on here.
Wait, you make some money on YouTube?
Like, I squirrel away some money. So, for like if a tire blows out or I need to get something fixed on the car, like whatever. Yeah, my wife's got a really good job too.
Yes,
Like, I mean, I got a really good job.
I'm gonna work at Jesse's job.
I consider what I make really good money. Yeah, I work with my daughter on the weekends. When she's home, she works with me on the weekends and she loves it. She's been doing this with me since she was 6. Obviously, I was a lot more careful. She came in like when she was younger, and I'm still really careful, obviously. But my daughter, she loves doing it with me. She comes out here, hits the streets with me, and then she's like, "I want to deliver this order." I'm like, "Hey, no, I'm going to deliver it. I want to deliver it." So like, she's really into it. No, absolutely. Yeah, my daughter comes out here, trucks it like during the summertime, but that's also where my days will end at 11, or I might lower my threshold to $100 a day, and I can make that in 4 hours. So
100 hours a day?
This way she has the whole day ahead of her, and she's only out with me for 4 hours. And then we always do fun things when she's out with me. She always gets fed at restaurants or wherever we go. That's part of the reason why she likes to come with me, because she knows she's going to get fed from
outside of our house.
Sheets. I can't wait for the mozzarella sticks just as getting me. I'm gonna ask her if she's still getting me them.
I'm sure she is.
I'm just making sure. Those mozzarella sticks.
So I've seen you, if I'm correct, Princess, I've seen you in Pedro's room too, correct? You go there too? Because I think I was there yesterday and I thought I saw you there. I go there sometimes too. I've followed Pedro for a while. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I saw you there yesterday because that name seems super, super, super familiar. And I'm honestly happy with the community I have right now. Look, is it Pedro's where he has anywhere from 65 to 150 at a time? No. But Pedro's been building this community for 4 or 5 years. I'm happy with the little lot of life I have right now on YouTube for only being on here for 63 days. Yeah, that's awesome. Go gig it. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Like I used to drive a ton of miles just doing this. Some of it's knowing shortcuts. Some of it's like in the rideshare world is multi-apping. Now I don't multi-app. I only do DoorDash. It sustains me well within my means in my area. Now I have them all. I have the Grubhub, the Uber Eats, the Instacart, the
Just in case he steps back.
Walmart Spark. Just in case something happens crazy, I do have about 6 other places on my phone that I can make money on. So yeah, I mean, because you have to. Like, look, like I was saying, Princess, earlier, and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. Nobody wants to hear just about the good. They want to hear about everything. Like, everybody knows DoorDashers have great days, but everybody knows DoorDashers have bad days, or gig workers have bad days. And you gotta show that. But also as drivers, this is where I've always said, like, we have to have accountability for ourselves. Like, we have to make sure we're doing the best. Like, we can't always complain about other things. Like, we have to look in the mirror and be like, are we doing everything we can to do the best job we can? And some people don't like to look in the mirror and be like, this is where you went wrong. You can do better. Tighten up your belt straps. Whether it's working more, being more efficient, using your hot bags, which I recommend every food delivery driver to do, whether it's communication, which is key with the customers, stuff like that. We can always do better as drivers, as well as DoorDash can do better as a company, and customers can do better as customers.
She's sending me the money for my
We all can do better. I heard. But people aren't always willing to admit that. Like, I can do better. And I try to do better every day. I try to do better than I did yesterday, today. And I'll try to do better tomorrow than I did today. And it's all about improving. And that's why I agree with Pedro 100%, is taking accountability and just being real with yourself. I always say, when you lay your head down at that pillow at night, you know whether you did everything in your power you could. You know if everything you did that day is good enough. And for me, sometimes I lay my head on my pillow and I'm like, yep, I did everything I could. And sometimes I'm like, this is where I could have went better. So.
Did you forget any customer drinks?
No, I gave all the customers their drinks today.
Good, because yesterday you didn't, and I have to put that out. Cut that out.
Absolutely. Like, and I'll be honest with you, there's a couple times here in the past week I've forgotten customers' drinks. Like a single drink, I'll put in my cup holder that goes in my back seat. And like my daughter this morning looked in my
You really gotta do better.
I got to do better. But hey, guys, thank you for joining me. I'm going to jump off here. I appreciate all you guys in the watch. I'll see you guys tomorrow and girls at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Thank you so much. Have a great day.